our best, James. Thank you very much. It's going to be, I think, a really interesting game. Yanko going a little bit wild there, a little bit crazy.
Yeah, looking like you with some insane predictions.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do feel like Yanko generally has like a better grasp of things.
I do too.
I'd be more inclined to trust Yanko.
I mean, I was already excited for this matchup. That Zeus interview got me real hyped.
Why can't more people do interviews like that?
I don't know. It would be great. Obviously, this is going to be an interesting series between these two teams, and I think Yanko actually, despite the fact that I'm going with Liquid, I think Yanko brings up a good point that if there's anything for like a struggling team that hasn't quite got their footing since they bring in this new roster that's shown some weakness to get them kind of back and grounded and playing well,
yes,
is kind of a match like this against a comfortable opponent.
Yeah.
That I just lost my point right there at the end. It just slipped out. Yeah. Anyways, they play a lot against Team Liquid, and I think this is going to make them comfortable to kind of make this a more interesting series. Because I think there is a danger of SK getting wiped off.
I hope it's going to be a good match. I think it will be. We're going to get you an MIR later on and see what's up with that brain of yours.
Why did that have to happen now? Like, I've had plenty of conversations all day. I've been great. And then this one.
Yeah, listen, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
I'm actually just going to enjoy this game. I've got Liquid to win it too.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter though. It's just going to be a hype series.
Yeah, I really think it will be. I think it's going to be great fun. Obviously, I want to learn. Want to see if SK are improving. If this project is going to continue in a reasonable fashion. But I do love watching Liquid play. They're an exciting team. They're looking great right now. Personally, on this team, I think watching Nafly when he gets the last 10% on top of his game, it is kind of ridiculous.
He gets to that level where he's just not scared to do any kind of a play whatsoever, and that's when he gets dangerous. Let's see what kind of pistol we're going to bring out here as we get live. SK Gaming starting on the offense. Liquid's going to be on the defense. Nitro and Elige in mid, and this is a different defense than we very frequently see on this map. Usually it's a lean towards the B bomb site. It's a retake strategy over towards A. That's not happening. And SK Gaming smoking off Nitro. That's going to isolate Elige behind the sandbags, but he does have a teammate to help protect him up on the rafters, and Elige can have a quick flank for this kind of play. Taco's alone at B, and this is dangerous. A lot of mind games in here, and at the moment, SK is winning them on a big level. Taco already brought down low. He needs a headshot.
God, they've drawn everyone out of the B-bomb side. Great flashbang, but he just can't land the shots. He gets the flick in anyway, taking down Fur. That's a miraculous play coming out of Taco against his old teammates. Fallen is going to take down one kill there on Elige. It's still a 2-on-3, but the bomb is dropped. No one's putting it down right now. Fallen doing even more work. Now it's a double, and they're very low on health. Jumping past, trying for the burst fire. He's pulling out all the stops right now to take down Twist. There's the triple. He actually gets the headshot as well, and now Nafly is alone. 1 versus 1 against Stu. Can he land the headshot? He sees Stu, and he's not going to be able to do it. Stu will take him down instead, and SK, they get the reward. That was a crazy pistol round.
That was a battle non-stop, and Fallen is given a lot of space when he's stuck in that corner. There was a couple times they could have taken him down. He had the time to reload as well. I think it was Twist with low HP who just didn't want to chase it down. Stewie was able to be patient in the site, and the birthday boy gets 3 kills for SK Gaming to take the pistol.
That's going to be unnerving. Have you ever played an official game on your birthday? I feel like that could, Get Right did it yesterday.
I probably have.
I don't think I have ever, but I mean, I would have only ever played in poor leagues anyway. So, no, but Get Right did it yesterday, right? And they ended up losing. So I feel like that's going to be like, it can either be great, like the best kind of celebration, or it could get a little bit weird.
Yeah, Get Right's wasn't the best birthday, was it? He was a bit disappointed from that one. It's all right, plenty of time to celebrate it later. Stewie is going to get pushed down, and they're going to be able to get away as well. You can see Fur and coldzera on the hunt. A scary pairing to be chasing you down. You talked about snacks earlier. I prefer snacks over coldzera and Fur. Taco's going to be pushed out of this B bomb site behind the box. Bolts is looking for a push, and 3 players in mid, and they're getting tagged up. Fallen's down to 30 now, and this is when it gets scary. When you've lost a player and you start taking damage on a couple others, they get softened up, and if you want to get close to these CZs, you can get dropped real quickly.
Yeah, they're maneuvering around. Bolts is sort of looking into Sunroom a bit and trying to figure out what's going on that side of the map. Taco's hiding. It's a good kill for Fallen to take down Naf. Oh, actually, Nitro hit that shot. Trying to get the jump in to see if he could do a bit more. Sees that one is out at least. Can he get the headshot for if he stands up? That could be very dangerous. It looks like Taco's going to be put to the test once again. Last time he came out with a crazy double kill. This time he's just going to get shut down for explosion out of the vents, although Nitro will get a kill on one. That backup is coming in. The flick is not going to connect. That's very hard to do with a scout anyway. They're trying to get in here, but I feel like SK are starting to get it under control. Even if Fallen goes down, they're so low on health right now that there should be no way.
This couple rounds, SK's done a great job of using middle, which is such a tough part of the map for CTs to defend, to find their success, to find a way in, and there's coldzera. Cleans up Twist, 2-0. They survive a scare. That was a very dangerous scenario, getting tagged down, and second round on the board for SK, but that's, I mean, you could see some of the mid-round decisions. The start from the pistol round for SK was to go middle, and we're going to see them exploit that a lot, I think, especially if you get a kill when the defense has to rotate away from holding that mid portion. SK's done a great job of it early on here in these opening rounds. Look at this. Another buy-up from Team Liquid, fully invested. CZ, armor. They've got utility. They've got kit on NAF. This is a big investment early on for Team Liquid. This tells you two things. Either one, they're just supremely confident in their CT side, or two, they're also extremely confident in their T side to be able to put rounds on the board that they're willing to risk a lot early on.
Yeah, maybe also a test of SK's mentality. If they win this round, do they think that SK are gonna take it to heart maybe a little bit? That it's gonna shake them?
Tough part is even if Team Liquid wins this, I don't think SK would save, so
no.
It'll be interesting. Here's Stewie, he's going to enter out, and he gets shut down very quickly. Another 5-on-4 for Team Liquid, and they salvage the MAC-10, which isn't exactly going to be getting them to jump for joy.
No, but the rotation towards B has already happened twice, and it's happening a third time now, but they're a little bit more prepared. There's two people here. You see the counter smoke coming out. I actually think Liquid are reading this round really well at the moment, and SK have kind of committed to this. They're already tossing in the grenades. NAF hiding at the headshot position. There's going to be a kill for Taco. Dink coming in. More coming through. NAF doing a great job at the moment, getting the assist on Fur, and there's going to be a shutdown. What a great investment for Liquid.
That's a statement round, and 4 players survive. They get 2 AKs and a Galil out of it. That's a lot of money that builds up. Now the decision all goes down to SK Game, and you're exactly right. I read that perfectly. 1 kill towards the A bomb site. Stewie was sent on a scouting mission back towards the B bomb site, and that's happened twice already, as I mentioned earlier. So Liquid gets a great rotation, and the benefit of that utility, that player, was it Taco that was playing close up right along that wall at the B main entrance? The ability to be able to smoke off checkers so that you can be safe from that. Because, I mean, obviously the danger is if you're watching for the main choke point and someone swings out towards checkers, you're just kind of screwed. But he knows there's a time limit on when they have to hit that, because the knowledge will be all in for Team Liquid, that they can't outweight that smoke. So really nicely done. Obviously, NAF a couple kills from headshot as well.
Yeah, and SK essentially trying the same trick 3 times in a row to sort of put a bit of pressure on one side, push to the B bomb side, and third time, Liquid just says no. We're
done with that.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Well, here it is going to be that investment from SK out of the timeout as well, taking a tactical in round number 4 to discuss things. They know this is kind of the first hurdle. If they can get past this, it'd be great. Still plenty of money on Team Liquid because of that 3rd round win with CZs. They have some cash built up off the benefit of salvaging the terrorist rifles. 1 AK on coldzera, 1 Galil on Fur, and here's a peek from NAF early on. Puts him on notice. So map control gained for Team Liquid. Let's see if they want to keep it and for how long.
Fallen trying for the eagle shots towards the sugar cube box, which can be done.
You love that, don't you? Puts a smile on your face.
I do. There are quite a few. I mean, Cache still, I think, must be one of the most unexplored maps when it comes to wallbangs, even in spite of the fact that people have found like a fair few of them.
Yeah, probably the most well-known, one of the most well-known. Probably not the most, but one of them. That AWP shot that Body used to do from T-spawn.
Yeah, that was super exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was wild when it came out. Everyone was doing it. Taco's exposed on top of this box. He's all alone as well. Liege is getting here now, which is just in time because SK is lining up for just a 5-man play towards this bomb site. Taco's going to make noise, and I'm not sure why exactly he's done that. That was a suicide mission. And Liege is all alone, but we know he can do it. He's got 2. But he does go down, and it's just the deficiency of the weaponry that gives Team Liquid just a slight advantage.
Yeah, trying to see if they can get in and get the retake. A mistake from Taco could cost them a lot, but the fact that Fallen's already gone down to a nice headshot from NAF can make a difference. That's so much damage hitting through. coldzera going to be so annoyed at that. That could really cost them. Now on the bomb side, Bolts might have to do a lot of work. He has no head armor either. Taking a bit of damage, I think, from the Molotov. Flashbang actually works on everybody, it seemed. And Bolt's going to get one. coldzera is going to go down next in line, and he has got the kit. He's going to have time for the defuse as well. That was very risky, and I mean, it's a good little illustration from Taco, little lesson for everyone watching. how bad things can get when you sort of make a misstep like that.
I mean, well, there's two things he could have done that would have. That must have been communication. Taco doesn't really make those kinds of mistakes that bad. That's a huge one because if you just fall back through checkers, right, you're entirely safe.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Elish had just gotten there. He could have even thrown a pop flash or a smoke if he had it to give Taco that safety to either stick around, go for an aggressive peek, or something other than what he did. But just running back and kind of crossing your fingers that no one's going to be there. A great punish by SK, and that gives up a lot for Team Liquid. This needs to be a pretty clean win for them to build money. You can see 3 Deagles, and Nitro's already got an early kill. That's towards the B bomb site, and I think Taco's just going to push with that. Now he's going to start getting aggressive, and the nade damage over towards A is brutal.
Yeah, that's quite a bit, isn't it? And Taco, as you said, aggressive on the other side, catching Fur with the MP9. So that leaves Fallen with the P250 in hand, and they're going to flash their way into main. Looked like there was an attempted follow-up flashbang, but never really connected. Not needed, apparently. And Liquid now at 3-2. So they're looking very confident, I would say, at the moment.
Yep.
Just looking like they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they do. They seem calm as well, calm and collected, and it's good that this team gets off to a fast start. We've seen them struggle with some of their starts in the past and previous events. Dallas was most notable for me watching them. A couple rounds coming out, you know, really tentative, getting punished for it. The only thing they don't have in this round for Team Liquid on the defense is an AWP because Fallen has his, and we'll see what he can get. With that, Taco's still with the SMG. He's going to play inside the bomb site. Naf is over towards that B bomb site as well.
Are they going to boost in that B bomb site? Yeah, I think Naf just jumping on top of Taco. That could get interesting. Everybody loves this boost. Doesn't always work, but... And another boost on the other side of the map. Bolts if he keeps walking towards the sunroom. Oh, they come off just then. That's upsetting.
Yeah, timing is unfortunate, but it's okay. Fur's down to 43 HP.
I feel robbed.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was just getting myself all worked up for that.
Those are the kinds of things that get you going. It's like dirty talk to you.
It is.
Elish is going to be in mid, peering out towards the main connector. Fallen's rotating over as well. And SK, despite the fact they have all these weapons, they haven't really probed or prodded anything, tried to get any kind of information of what defense, which is kind of fine. They have a lot of utility still built up, and I think coldzera might get some courage with Fallen providing this cover. Fur is boosted up. He's all the way out, and he's clearing things. That's going to allow everyone else to make their progress. Naf doesn't want to fight anything. He just wants to either hear information or if someone gets that close. But again, it's Taco alone towards this B bomb site. If SK decide to adjust this, it's going to be dangerous.
But look at the time that's left. Only 28 seconds, and SK are going to make their way up the highway. Is Twist watching it? He is indeed. Heads up play for him. Laf going to go down anyway. Good return. Elige will take down Bolts, and Stu trying to clean it up. Will get the kill on Elige, but there's still Nitro back here, and they just don't have a lot of time to really wait for this. Great headshot to take down to win. Oh my god, Nitro. That's long range even against coldzera, and there's no time for Fallen. He has to just escape. No way that he could have picked up the bomb and found Nitro in time, so that's going to be another round for Liquid. Those were some crisp shots coming out from Nitro, I've got to say.
Which has got to be scary if you're SK Gaming. If Nitro brings in one of his games, that's so huge for Team Liquid. That allows them so much more firepower. But he does a great job because they were kind of losing that. Despite a lean towards that A bomb site in middle, they were getting shut down. It was a nice staggered attack from SK Gaming. You could see them coming up highway, a nice trade towards the boost, but coldzera also waiting underneath the vents, pick off Naf, who comes through the smoke to try and punish the highway play. Almost works for SK. They've had a... It'll be interesting to see that continued battle in middle, as that round at the very least, SK Gaming gets it for free, essentially.
It's kind of interesting as well, because you're right, Taco was alone again this round, and that's what's been punished twice now. So, but it doesn't seem like it's enough that Liquid are scared to put Taco alone. Like, they haven't become that paranoid.
This is a Liquid team that's got a lot of confidence behind it, so even if something doesn't work one round, they're more than willing to go back to it. They know it. They know their setups and everything, and when you get into a game like this, you just got to have faith in what you've practiced. These are some of the dangerous rounds. I mean, as odd as it might be to say something like this, when you have the CZs and the Deagle and the one gun that's been saved, these are the ones that can really get dicey for a defense because the Terrorist team is willing to be way more aggressive and way more risky. And we know these smokes and choke points. We've seen them. Well, that smoke's not in a choke point.
Oh. It's a bit of a shame there. He actually eats a grenade in return, so maybe could have been a chance there for at least a leg shot. But that also gives away the fact that there is an AWP in play.
Yeah, well, they knew that. He saved them in the last round, right? So
Oh, you're right.
they had that information. This is a pretty nasty little crossfire. Alicia's got to get fortunate with the timing. He's got to periodically check up towards the boost. This can also get decimated by flashbangs. Look at the push out B, though. Taco and Naf are tired of waiting, and now comes the push in middle, but it doesn't matter. Nitro gets one from behind. Liquid takes everything.
That's just very rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just trying to have a little meeting in the middle. It's even
Little powwow.
yeah, a little powwow. It's even more obnoxious when you think about the fact that they knew the AWP was out there, and they just say, "Oh well, he's probably left," and just go and find him.
And they've got it for free. Nitro picks up the op. Taco still has the SMG. Don't have to invest in the expensive weaponry. SK Gaming, though, another full buy, 4 AKs and a Galil. Good amount of utility as well for whatever they want. They still haven't started picking up the pace. It's going to be relatively deep smoke out towards the vents, but Alicia's got the information that nothing's there. 3 players with the bomb outside of the B site. Again, Taco is alone, and his closest defender, his closest teammate, is rotating away. Taco has a big job to do here.
Yeah, big job with a tiny gun. It's not going to work out well. He just gets absolutely shut down. That MP9 just can't stop that many AK-47s. And Fur, that's a critical kill right on Elige. But if you notice this time, SK aren't even going that quickly. They're just happy to pick up the kills on the rotations and waiting around. And why not?
No, it's smart that they don't as well. They have a 5-on-3. You don't want to kind of rush into a bomb site and allow someone to get a double kill and kind of even things out when things get hectic. This is SK just saying, we're going to make sure we're coordinated, make sure we're all going together. They might send Fur, or it could be, Stewie or someone else on a scouting mission. But at the moment, let's be Fur towards this A bomb site. There's a gap underneath that smoke. Twist has to be careful with 47 HP. But the bomb, meanwhile, is going towards B. And you can see, Naf has already given it up. He's just saying, we'll see if I can get in position. If not, I'm just going to save in CT spawn, because it's hard to rotate into that B bomb site this late in the round, so Liquid's playing the economy game.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It was a good kill for Twist. Was it Twist or not? Twist, I guess.
Yes.
I was wondering if they were going to try and do something behind that kill, just because the bomb hadn't gone down yet, but not really feeling it. A little bit of damage with the grenades landing in the bomb site, but Nitro and the rest decide to skip on out of there. Will be a third round for SK Gaming, and a nice change of pace, instead of just, as you said, just rushing in.
Yes.
Doesn't always work. We could obviously see that Taco was alone, but they can't be sure of that.
I mean, Naf's kind of decision making there is when he gets over, because Taco's playing alone, he gets there after plenty of time for SK Gaming to have gone and infested the B bomb site. Now we know they didn't. Naf can't know that, so you either walk into that bomb site late and you kind of risk. There could be a player in the site. He can be, by the blue walls. He can be in checkers. He can be in main. There's just too many angles to check and be safe about it. It's a huge risk. So just chooses not to mess with it. Keep the AK-47. Make sure that they have plenty of money for a couple rounds. They're willing to give a round up here. But that is a good win for SK, and off the back of that, because they don't go for any of that damage, I mean, the coffers of SK have filled up quite nicely.
Yeah, they're loving it.
It's a lot of timeouts for SK to be taking. I think is this 3?
I want to say 2, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thanks for all your assistance.
Yeah,
it's 2 or 3.
Super helpful in that way.
Either way, they want to build upon it, obviously. They obviously can't know as well that, this isn't exactly a moment where you break Liquid's economy. There's plenty of cash built up on the CT side. Haven't seen the op on Nitro kind of ring out. Yeah, that was 3. So SK, 1 tactical pause remaining for the rest of the game.
Interesting. I mean, they're one of the teams that in the past they would have even some left in when you get to overtime. Like they'd sort of have them for a long time.
This is different SK. Oh,
it is.
Yeah, this is a different SK that needs to figure some things out. And I think one of the big things they have going against them at the moment, one of the reasons why they've looked a little bit shaky, is they don't really have a solidified map pool yet. So when you play a map like this that maybe you haven't practiced as much or you're not as confident on, it's not necessarily a bad thing to take some early timeouts and get your legs under you.
Nitro with that AWP in the back. The counter boost coming in from Naf, and he's going to be helping out Twist in the middle, but that also means he's really close if Taco needs any help. Looks like it's going to be on the A side of the map instead. Elige picking up the first kill there. Nitro assisting, and Twist doing a good job. There's the second kill and the third for him. All of them headshots. Well, that is going to be wonderful. Twist shutting it down all the way at the end there. That's quite a solid defense.
That is a very solid defense. Twist with a great rotation, helped out as well by the setup, a pretty big mid lane as well. So you could get a lot of players up there. Nitro seemed alone at the start of this hit, but Twist coming through the smoke. You have Elige up top. This was sick. They do line up for him. It helps out in a big way. That first shot on Stewie is very nice, but Team Liquid slaps that execute aside. And you can see kind of the idea. SK wanted to kind of execute and act like they're going to go into the bomb site and then turn towards highways, but because there was that mid presence from Team Liquid, that's the exact wrong play. You're going right at the strength, and that's a beautiful nade.
Yeah, I was going to say otherwise they might hit a perfect timing here, SK. It looked like they're going to go really fast towards the A bomb side, and since everyone is in middle and boosting down in checkers, they might actually be able to do this if they're quick. Now, they've waited enough that Elige is going to be a little bit slower. There's going to be Twist going down, Elige up on top. He couldn't help out Twist in time, so the timing is great at the moment. Nitro will get that kill, saving Elige for a minute. The bomb goes down, and it's a 4-on-4. SK hitting a really good timing for this A push.
Yeah, Twist missed it a little bit. Molotov going to go towards Forklift. No one's there, but they know that's such an important position to make sure you have control of as the CTs for this retake. Smoke for A main. Stewie somehow through the smoke finds Elige. That's a little bit of luck goes his way, but that one's not at all. A nice headshot on Naf, and again, Liquid might want to play the economy game. I want to start thinking about saving, see if anyone's going to give anything up at the end, but it's not going to happen. Fallen's even going to start chasing, see if he can get anything else with this Galil. It's not going to happen, so SK will get their fourth. They'll get some weapons, and that's a very nice hit at this A bomb site. They catch Twist. Not quite ready for it.
Yeah, great stuff right there. I'm not I can't figure out if this is like a cold call for them, just saying, let's just try fast to the A bomb site, because we haven't tried it yet. Or if this was more, if this is something that they gleaned from a previous round, that they realized that there would be more presence in mid and B early on.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they didn't think Team Liquid would be running the similar setup, but I mean, I think every team realizes the danger of kind of just like, a very simple, flash or one smoke execute through those defensive smokes that are thrown by Liquid in these choke points. It all comes down to that first fight with Twist, obviously. If he gets that first kill, things get easier to manage for Team Liquid, but if the T's get it, they've got plenty of bodies to attack the bomb site to get everywhere across that bomb site. Nap's not going to realize Stewie's gotten to vents. Doesn't even want to mess with it as well, so mid-presence to just kind of know if SK's attacking it, but they don't actually want to defend. Willing to play containment on mid. And this time Naf rotates over to help out Taco.
Taco and Naf inside of the B bomb site. They're both up against the right-hand side of this wall, and I'm not sure I'm exactly loving this. Going to be very tricky. Taco has to get at least one kill to buy a little bit of time. The rotation is coming, and they're coming quick as well. Stewie going to get one. Naf buying time with a flashbang, trying to get in and get that kill. He's going to get one. He couldn't get the second either. Lige quickly returned upon by Bolts, and it's a 2-1-3. They haven't got into the bomb site yet. Nitro needs to hit a great shot from up high. He does lose Twist in the meantime, and they're right underneath him. This is tricky if you're Nitro right now.
It is, and he actually gives up the angle. He knows it's expected. Not sure what the plan is at the moment. Kind of feel like he's going to go for it, though. It's a doable 1 versus 2. Trying to get a new angle, and when does Bolts' kind of like internal alarm go off? He's playing underneath the rafters. He can't get caught here if he's at a certain angle. I think Nitro can't spot it, but he's going to give up noise when he drops, so Bolts will be able to turn. Nitro needs to see this barrel, and I think he's kind of done for if he doesn't notice it. There's the drop. He's not turned the right way, and coldzera now has the intel. So does Bolts, who's just going to stand his ground, and Nitro, time's ticking away. He doesn't have much to do this with, and he's not looking the correct direction. Trying to clear out too much. Nice win from SK.
Yeah, great stuff, and a great triple for Bolts, but I think that's a smart play from Nitro, actually. Because there's every chance that someone could have been in checkered and would not be looking that way. Like,
yeah,
there's no reason Bolts couldn't have been in checkered instead of under high there. So yeah, not such a bad idea after all.
Either way, SK's found a weakness here in this Team Liquid defense, and they've started to lean on it a little bit. It's the one we talked about earlier. It's that B bomb site. They're doing a good job of splitting, and if Team Liquid doesn't ever establish, if they're going to continue playing this contained style, SK is going to feel more than confident to take mid, and that's kind of the danger you run, is that... Oh, that's a lot of spam, a lot of damage on a Nitro. Well done from Stewie. Look at Fur. I mean, again, no mid defense, so Fur's already out, and he catches Nitro completely unawares. That's the confidence of these SK players. You notice that weakness, and you apply it. Middle has been largely ignored by Team Liquid.
Didn't really seem like in the last round either that Naf and Taco had any, like, concept of how they were going to defend each other. Like, it seemed like they were both playing in the same bomb site, but not really helping each other out all that much. Eli's going to go down to Cold in this round, and Nafly next, looking just slightly for the boost, I think, and got timed completely. So this is a brilliant round. SK about to tie up the scoreline at 6-6 unless Nitro and, Taco and Twist could somehow pull it back.
I imagine they're going to hunt down for some of these guns with a couple players. They have to realize now they've won 3 of 4, so the money can't be strong for the defensive side. They've got some money built up, not a great amount, but I'd imagine at least 1 or 2 players would go for it. It's not happening at the moment. But yeah, good recovery from SK Gaming. Team Liquid was looking confident early on, but they've been put in the back foot here, and SK goes on a little bit of a run, 3 in a row for them to tie up the scoreline.
Yeah, really, really good job. I think especially it's important that they find that kind of success towards the B-bomb side and maybe a little bit in the middle sometimes, because the A defense was looking so solid early on. So if Liquid have just sort of continuous round where they're defending A really well, then it's easier for them to cheat people towards B and expect for SK to go there. So it's kind of nice they've broken the spell a little bit here, SK, and have started to really make it work. They've won 3 in a row, so not bad at all.
I mean, the reason the reason the A defenses look so solid is because Liquid has emphasized it, right? They've had a lot of players headed that way very quickly. And that's why the SK's having so much success over B, even when NAF got there in time in a previous round. But a lot of times SK's gone there, it's just been Taco. So Liquid has to be careful. And to be fair, there's only 3 rounds left in this half for them to really have to worry about it. So we'll see who gains the lead here at the end. Nitro and Elige playing aggressively in mid. This time SK refrain from taking it. There's a bit of a chess game going on there.
Spread out all across the map are SK Gaming. Stewie making sure no one's sneaking through the squeaky door, which admittedly no one's tried yet, which I love it when people do that.
Most of the aggressions come from the B-bomb site. Taco and NAF, they've pushed out once or twice. Taco's had some flanks. You could see SK, they're just looking for those kinds of plays at the moment. Now they're starting to work together. Right around 1 minute is when they decide to start grouping up. Cold Zero leaning towards B. Furfallen and Stewie, I think this was almost a play to let Stewie just kind of get out and see what he can find. Twist is going to eat some nade damage. Down to 68. He's the top performer for Team Liquid. Stewie's being quite a distraction. Nitro's been pulled over. How many times are we going to say it this half? Taco all alone at the B-bomb site.
Yeah, once again, at least this time he's in a position where he's going to get really advanced warning, and he's got a Molotov, so if they come for him, maybe it's possible. But if they come through the vent as well, I'm not even sure he can get back in time. So
I was going to say, there's a price you pay for that kind of advanced warning towards those B hulls, and it's that you just get destroyed if they come out vent, especially considering the vent's not broken.
But now Stewie's fallen back, and they're sort of expecting that maybe Liquid will have given up the defense by now, because they haven't heard anything for a good 10 seconds. But that has not happened, so this might actually be a terrible mistake for SK Gaming. Molotov to try and clear out the box there. 10 seconds on the clock. Twist going to pick up 1 big kill. And this is a slaughter. They're walking right into a crossfire. Cold is trying to fight his way out, but that's going to be the end of the round. No time to even try and pick up the bomb, and Bolts is also halfway across the map. So, I mean, you could definitely see that what the fake was about here. Stewie being very aggressive, drawing a lot of people over, and then you know, 10, 15 seconds go by, and they just obviously assume that Liquid wouldn't have kept 4 people in the A-bomb site for 10 seconds. That's a long time to stay.
It really
you don't
is.
Hear anything. But
it's a big, big gamble. And that might be one of those reads they have. I mean, these are 2 teams who like to practice against each other in the region, so could have been some kind of a read of what was coming. Either way, yeah, they do just get kind of sucked into the blender there, coming up that highway choke point. So many players at different angles. One more timeout for Team Liquid as they talk things over. Even though that was a pretty clean victory, they don't have a good amount of money, even though they have been able to scrounge some buys up with virtually nothing. Remember, they did win that 3rd round with just the upgraded pistols as well, so showing no fear of going for those low econ buys.
Yeah, that was quite impressive, and that actually led to quite a streak for them. So, big part of the reason why they're at 7 rounds now. I think Cash is such an open map. I don't really mind if you have 6 or 7 rounds. You know, I don't really like to sort of make too much of a distinction. I think that both teams are going to be comfortable almost no matter what at this point.
Especially on a map like Cash, it's similar to Dust 2 in that sense, where like no one really knows what the scores is. Here's a dangerous game. Taco's, he might just get blind. So might Naf. They're stacked. This could be so deadly. They're both blind. Nades are dropped, but they can't do anything. Naf is in checkers, thank God. He's still alive, and Nitro not ready for that aggression. Naf pounces, but he's got to do so much, and it's all over. We're Round's done. Elysian twist back off. Talked about it, referenced it a couple times. Those pop flashes through defensive smokes can just be so deadly.
Yeah, that worked brilliantly, didn't it? Taco obviously hoping to see a foot or something, anything that he could time that grenade with.
The worst part about being in that position and getting fully blind is you just know you're dead. Like there's nothing you can. You can't even get away in time. Like you're just gonna run right into him anyway. So he drops a grenade, just praying he'll get some vision. Isn't even allowed that, and Nitro obviously caught off guard by how fast Fur turned the corner. And that's also the lack of information that's being able to be passed on by Taco because he's blind and then dead.
So I mean, I would definitely say that Taco and Naf need to have just those two need one evening where they talk about how are we defending B on this map. Just the two of us.
It's the thing though. I don't think this is entirely dependent and falls upon just those two players. Like they're the B defenders, right? But a lot of it comes down to the theory of how Liquid want to play this CT side overall, and a lot of that depends on probably, I would imagine, the opponent they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Against other opponents, I imagine they would have more emphasis on the B bomb side or have NAF cheat over that direction more often.
But just any time that they're alone in the B bomb side, right? They've got to have a feeling for what the setup is, and I think almost every time we've seen them try and defend it, the two of them, they can't even help each other out really.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a struggle, wasn't it, that round? Well, here's a potential way to get back into it. coldzera is watching for this. Timing is everything for this, and, well, not everything. A little bit of it is luck.
Just waiting. If he can get coldzera, then Stewie's also there, but you expect that probably he's going to fall back if he can get that one Elige. They don't have a lot to work with in this round. All tied up at 7-7. And with Naf being that far back, I mean, Twisters, both A and B are kind of weak right now. There is the one kill. He gets Stu, but they lose another two in return, and this is an important kill for Twister. If he can pick it up, that's a nice crouch into the spray to take down Fallen. Fur will return immediately, and that leaves Nitro.
He's got the bomb. Oh, he doesn't realize that it's an A main. It's on the other side of that wall. The minimap is deceiving in Nitro. 40 seconds and a 1-on-2. He's got Fur at extremely low HP. This is going to be really hard for him. Obviously, it's a bit strange as well because the bomb hasn't been spotted anywhere. He's going to walk right back into Fur, who's got the information. He's got the kill, and he's going to close out the half. SK, they had the lead at the start, and then it took them a while to get back into it, but they grab it at the end. They grab 8-7.
Yeah, really, really good job, SK Gaming. Just, I think it was looking like a rough start when they lost that third round, especially because it was like a crazy force-up with the C-set 75 and armor from Team Liquid. So it just looked like they were about to completely take over the game. But SK found their way back, and now they're a round up. I mean, this is a great scoreline. For a good first map and a great series, this is all we want. Let's see what they can come up with in the pistol round. If SK are going to be aggressive, or if they're going to play that retake on the A-bomb side that we see so often.
Looks like they're going to play the retake. Fallen and Fur going to be in mid. Fur could go up highway, but nope, he's just going to push straight forward. Taco doesn't spot him whatsoever. This is just the most Fur thing well, it is Fur, so that makes sense, but this is incredibly aggressive, incredibly risky. He's going to have to fall away now. He does have Fallen to protect him over at Sugar Cube, I believe you called it earlier.
Yes. He blew out the vent, sort of pretending to run in there, and then he actually fell all the way back. So could be a slight bit of misdirection there as well for Liquid if they trust too much in the audio. They might be thinking that he's gone that way, whereas in fact he's all the way over with Stewie on the other side. Nitro has a Molotov as well. Looks like he's going to go for a deep smoke towards the highway. And then that Molotov to get a bit of space in the middle. Nothing that Fur could really do about that.
No, he's got to fall away. That's going to open up the B bomb site. Fallen hasn't cheated over. Yes, he has. Excuse me. He's up top. So coldzera, Bolts is inside the site, hiding around a corner. Nice flash to delay things. 45 seconds on the clock. USB hasn't rang out just yet. There's the kill. coldzera going to go for more. They need to find Bolts, but Fur's distracted and Fallen up top. They don't even realize he's in here still, and that's a great shot. Bolts has 2 headshots, and at the third, shut it all down. SK win both pistols.
There's a lot of people in that bomb site, and you can tell Liquid, they were
not ready for it.
No, that must have been like just complete confusion in the calls on that side. You know, how do you like coldzera's on one side, then suddenly falling up top, and as you're looking at that, Bolts is shooting you in the back. It's just that's a lot of confusion. Big round for SK Gaming, 9-7. That's going to bring them a long way to actually picking up the first map here. A lot of Deagles picked up, though. No armor on the other side, so we'll see how that all plays out. If they can get some of those sweet 1D headshots.
Yeah. They're going to need a couple of them. It's both pistols gone in a very tightly contested affair, at least for the moment. Lee's going to be bringing up towards the bomb site, and that's one way to start things off. He said they were going to need it, and then he gets fancy and he shows off.
Come on.
He gets so many style points. Holy hell, Anders.
That's just 10 out of 10, isn't it? I mean, what a god.
Well, Fur and Fallen. Fallen obviously playing some bait for Fur and towards A main. Hope they can suck someone towards that position. But it's silence across the map. Liquid's so happy with that one kill. They're willing to slow things down. Stewie.
Just savoring it for a minute, just...
Yeah, Stewie's in connector, and they don't obviously have any Molotovs, any nades to flush him out, so that can be hard to find. The question is, can he hold his nerve? Fur's going to start being under some pressure. The smoke's going to help out. Naf is being very quiet as he peeks this. He had to drop out, so should know. And Stewie aiming up for that player to jump around the corner, but they still haven't gotten in contact with each other. Stewie doesn't even want to get the information in case there's more, but it would be a free kill. Meanwhile, A is the real endgame. Naf is just set up to cut off the rotation, and he's not going to get the chance to do that.
They've got the M4 and the FAMAS on this site. Stewie going to be taking down Naf, and the M4 doing a little bit of work right now. Fallen's going to drop low, and Nitro will take him down. Now Fur in the corner, inside of the smoke, trying to hide. Can he get the right timing? There's only 10 seconds. He's just going to get the one kill, and that should buy time for the bomb plant, though. Cold Sierra took one down. Oh, the Molotov is going to be just a little bit too late, so they will get the bomb plant in. There's still a 2-on-2, a nice flick from Cold to take down Twist in the back. More Molotovs raining in. Elige forced out. Good use of grenades here for SK. That really made a difference at the end.
Yeah, for a team that supposedly has some communication issues in some of these scenarios, they're certainly looking like they're starting to figure it out with all those coordinated Molotovs. That's well played. So close for Team Liquid. Fur obviously able to just hide in the smoke long enough for his teammate to be able to grab one more kill, buying time. Even if it's not the prettiest of plays, but SK has a 3-round lead now. And Liquid didn't invest in armor or utility. They could actually choose to buy here if they want. And they will. That plant helped them out a lot.
That's kind of a mirror of how aggressive they were with the buys on the, at least in the beginning of the first half.
Yep.
So putting on the pressure and not letting SK feel comfortable right in the beginning here. See if it's going to catch SK off guard. I mean, if they take too big risks, that might be an indication that they're not quite aware of what's coming, although actually they're already shooting the guns on the other side, so just not even worried at all.
Yeah, no, they don't care, apparently, to let it be known that they have the weaponry. Twist is going to be watching for a B push. You can see Fallen here posted up in mid, just spotting. He's got no other player from SK with him, so he'll give that up quickly if he feels the pressure. Just wants the knowledge and the timing of when mid is taken. Nice little default for Team Liquid as they spread out. Important to note as well, Taco's got a CZ. He's over towards the door. Normally you see some spamming in this kind of position, and he's got to just kind of gather information as he jumps across.
No pressure just yet on the SK team. They can wait around and see what Liquid are up to. Quite limited on the utility now, Liquid, here, as we start to get under a minute. A good shot. Twist will find Stu in the beginning. He does drop pretty low, but that's not bad at all.
Yeah, Stewie maybe getting a little bit bored, wanted to make a play. Elige saw the trajectory of Fallen's nade earlier, so he's got to be telling his team there's someone on the right side of mid. Bolts is rotating over, though, so there's going to be 2 players here. When Team Liquid hit this, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. That nade, if it's well timed, oh, that Molotov is perfect. 1 player, that's the bomb, and now they've got to go through a smoke that's been put down in the flames. This is going horribly. Bolts again with some heroic play. Flashbang comes in, delays even more, and Bolts is going to rack him up.
And he has no incentive to really go and fight all that much longer. A couple of more seconds surviving means there's no way they can win the round. That's the bomb in first. At what, 24 seconds or something when that smoke goes up?
It was the timing of that Molotov. Obviously, It doesn't matter if the bomb goes in first if the rest of the bodies are going with it, but when the smoke goes down, the bomb is halfway through it, so he goes forward and everyone else is completely cut off. And then the follow-up smoke as well is just brutal. Nicely done from SK. Bolts has had a great start to this game at the B bomb site. Both teams kind of falling back to that B hit early on in their offensive halves, and SK showing that they can stop it. Liquid had some struggles with it. Brazilian side, obviously not.
No, perfect timing. I mean, it really shows you how much it matters when you get those grenade timings down perfect and just reading the situation. And that was, I don't even know what Liquid could have done at that point in time. Because if they wait behind the Molotov as well, then there's like only, what, 14 seconds something when they try and push through? There's almost no time at all.
Lige eats some nade damage. Nicely done from Fallen. Down to about half HP. See, they kind of want to challenge this. Flashbang out for Nitro to toss it out for his teammates. A pop flash might force Fallen off the angle, depending on the timing of his peaks. It doesn't blind him. Does allow Lige to get out safely. Smoke going to go down to the choke point. Means Lige is... Oh, God. I didn't see that coming whatsoever. Neither did Fallen.
Yeah, that's going to give you a headache, isn't it? Just absolutely taken down.
But again, this is another pick. Remember, Stewie got picked off early last time by Twist. Over a minute left. Team Liquid, are they telegraphing where they want to go? Look at the defense. It's shifting towards mid, and there's a good kill. Now they just have to go. And Taco and Naf are going to challenge with these deagles. Taco's got to be careful. His teammate's gone down. He can't find this kill. He can't even find the damage.
Oh, that's very disappointing. I kind of like the idea of Liquid going in to fight at highway to sort of stop them coming back up straight away, but that obviously lets SK right back in the round. Otherwise, they would have had a little bit of trouble, I think. Twist here, always a chance for a sequence of great Deagle headshots. He does a little bit of damage, but now they are going to try and see if they can just run it down and brute force their way into the bomb site. Nitro takes one more headshot, but that's all they're going to get. Cold Zero on point with that M4. And SK are going to pick up round number 12. I mean, I don't really know. I think that's one of those situations where if you double peek that guy, he's in the middle of highway, can't get away. You've got to get that kill.
That should have been a kill. I think obviously the other tough part of that round for Team Liquid is that players that all died on their kind of entrance into that A bomb site, they were the AKs. Those last two players, it was Twist with the Deagle, and it was, I forget who, in the bomb site with the P250. So that's
Nitro, yeah.
That's a bit rough for Team Liquid. They weren't able to have those AKs when they needed them most. Some nice entries, though. Obviously, Twist with that Deag helping out in a big, big way. 12-7, and this second half might just end up, I mean, you'd hate for Liquid for it to be the story of, you know, we were so close on 2 of these rounds early on. You know, they had the 5-on-4 in the third round that they ended up losing. Here, they had that opportunity to get that kill and have like a 3-on-3 in the post plant, and none of those kind of come to fruition.
Do you feel like there is there any chance at all? Like we've already said these two teams play each other a lot in the North American scene, but SK have been publicly struggling. They've been practically drowning in front of the Counter-Strike community. So is there any chance that Liquid are going to feel like, why now? Like, why are they playing so much better now?
No. Well, you'd hope not. I mean, that would just be one more thing to lend evidence to like a mentally fragile team, right? You need to be able to build up. You can't be thinking about those kinds of things, especially during the game. I do think it was funny though. I think SK Gaming they've started to take a little bit of a, maybe not personal, but they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder all of a sudden that they've been thrust out of the limelight. They're not used to that. It's been 2 years, right?
Yeah, they've really enjoyed it.
I know just from, you know, we throw out those predictions every morning, and I know they were a little bit upset that no one went for SK.
Speaking of predictions, wouldn't it just be the worst thing if Yanko turned out to be right?
I'm fine with Yanko being right as long as you're wrong. As long as you're wrong, I don't care what happens.
Moses, I'm never really wrong. Not in the end. Neither is Fallen, my god. The AWP ringing true. It will be a 3-on-5 early on. That's not the recipe right now. That can't be the recipe. Good shot from Taco. Catching Fur in an awkward position. He's had a bit of a quiet game, and obviously had a really rough first half trying to defend that B-bomb side on his own.
This could be the play. Twist has lurked out mid. He's no time to be a lurker really on this at this point. 3-on-4. He's going to need to apply some pressure from highway. You can see Bolt staying out of the vision, but if they're going to come to this bomb site, there's no utility. There's no smoke for this cross. There it is. That's what they needed. That help at the opening. The bomb still has to get past Fallen. Twist needs to peek with them, but he goes down. Nice peek from Cold Zera. Flashbang is perfect to take Fallen off the angle, but they can't get into any other positions. This is going to be tough, and there's still 2 Molotovs on the SK side.
Bomb is planted, and those grenades, we've seen plenty of time already. What a big difference they can make. It's going to be a flashbang to set it up all the way over the building. Doesn't seem to catch anyone that badly. And Taco now, is he going to wait, or is he going to try and be proactive? Well, doesn't even matter. Stewie and Fallen combining for a good couple of kills. Triple for Fallen overall. And that is going to be the defuse happening. So 13-7. And Liquid not really, I mean, yeah, not really finding much luck at the moment.
No, I mean, not any luck, but I mean, just not any progress either by the strats they're running. They've kind of gone cold here. Look at Cold Zero at 19 kills. It's only really Twist who's putting in a good amount of effort. Where's Nafly been? He's at 8 and 14. Where's guys like Elysian and Nitro? They've been quiet in the second half as Team Liquid has gotten blanked.
Yeah, I feel like theoretically that should be one of the great things about Naf's style and maybe his personality too, is that to some extent he seems like sometimes he just doesn't care whether or not the rest of the team is playing all that well. Like he'll just sort of do his own thing, right? It's not even clear to me that he has the feeling of caring.
No, I don't think he has emotions whatsoever.
No,
like
or any at all.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, better tap into that now. Down 7 to 13.
Jason Voorhees of Counter-Strike. I love it.
This is just awkward, right? I mean, not a lot of utility in that round for Team Liquid, and you can see those two players getting caught out by Fallen in mid, especially Nafly, who kind of like realized his mistake when he was running out of that, and he was too far out to really go back, so he just had to stop and take the fight. And out in the open for Fallen's op is never a fun environment to be in. Spam coming through, nice damage on the Fur, can't complete the kill. There's our boy Naf.
Yeah, putting in just a bit of work. Started something, but would be nice if he could finish it. He's obviously hoping somebody is going to be baited into moving around on the other side, which is not really happening. Nitro setting up for classic smoke position, where you can sort of get that little sort of half wall of smokes inside of the A-bomb site. I think Taco has joined him, so that looks like the plan.
Well, this might be the most promising kind of round at this point in a 5-on-5 we've seen out of Team Liquid. They kind of have them SK outplayed in terms of strategy. It's a retake over towards A, so they should be able to get the bomb plant. Now, SK doesn't care about that because the full losing bonus is built up, and Fallen's got to be cautious. They're going to be prepared for another peek coming in. They know his position. He's going to get behind this Molotov, waiting for it to fade. No one watching for this. The bomb site is being overrun. Still no kills coming out. Fallen now going to take the aggression. He's going to find it. Elige goes down, and he's completely blind, but he's got good positioning.
That's absolutely mental, just running into the forklift alone with the AWP. That's so brave. Stewie going to be taking down Nitro. 5 versus 3 at the moment, and just looking great for SK Gaming. They're going to lose Fallen in the meantime, but there's a flank coming in from Fur, and Stewie doing even more work. Nafly did pick up a great couple of kills, so about time we see him in action. Are they going to be ready for the flank, though? They're now boosting up, and that's a problem. Twist, he does kind of think about it. The smoke is going to fade in a couple of seconds, and Stewie's just waiting for it. Good shot from Fur, and now they definitely know where Taco is. The Molotov again going to force him out. These late grenades in the rounds are so great for SK Gaming, and they're going to be able to pick it up 14-7.
That's a dangerous sign for pretty much everyone in this event. If SK's grenades are going to be on this point, that's one of the things they've been missing, but they're looking very coordinated at the moment. And Team Liquid as well, in a 2 versus 2, boosting up in quad. I mean, that just kind of that tells SK exactly what they need to know. Where do our nades need to go here at the end if you're in 2 different spots? But I will say, the key to SK winning that round is Fallen, and it's not even the kill, it's that positioning at Forklift, because when he gets there, the smokes are still up, and Team Liquid have no chance to get back. That allows so much freedom for SK to swing wide on the bomb site. They don't have to worry about Forklift whatsoever. They don't have to worry about A main, they don't have to worry about pretty much anywhere. Fallen's got him trapped into the bomb site, and for 4 players to not be able to go anywhere in a post plant, it's a disaster.
Yeah, good stuff on the birthday boy. I think that is the kind of... It is those kind of plays that sort of defines Fallen as a Counter-Strike player, isn't it? Like, there just aren't very many people in the world who can do that.
Those are the kind of... That's like kind of like the dirty work that we talk about that some players do and some don't. Like, obviously, if you get someone who's going to be over-peaking in that position, if he goes down, then Liquid has an opportunity to kind of adjust before the utility fades away. Fallen knows it's just so much better to kind of have that positioning, and yeah, this is where Fur usually starts to do this. He knows they're on their back foot, he knows they're thinking about a tactic they want to run to try and even things out, and he's got a perfect flank. He's even going to hold the trigger for just a second, now going to turn, and he knows where he hasn't even been damaged. Finally, Twist takes him out, but the damage is done.
That's got to be so aggravating. Whatever plan you had, you might as well just scrap it and improvise something on the spot. Stewie getting double teamed. Eventually he's going to go down, just could not find anything. Cold Zero out in the open. I think that might have been a mistake. That was a 3-on-3, so when he goes down, that's going to give a lot of space for Liquid to get onto the site. This grenade not going to, at least not kill Nafly. The follow-up Molotov's actually going to be a little bit annoying. Putting him down at 13. If they just had one more grenade, it'd be very exciting, but still, can they try and get in here?
Oh, that kill. Those kills are going to do it. Both go out. Bolts and Fallen, each with one, and all of a sudden, Liquid has got to be wondering how the hell that happened to Liege. Got to hold the angle, got to find at least one, and he's got it. Now he can play it smart.
Yeah, very good stuff for Liege. Bomb is planted for him as well, so Bolts is going to be completely exposed and trying to defuse Liege. Just for a quick peek there, knows he's off it now. He's going to have to try and hold it down, and Bolts, with his back turned, just embracing whatever comes his way. Success or failure, and it's going to be the latter of the two. So Liquid will pick up an 8th round. The fact that they challenged all that spam that was coming out, especially over by the
Checkers,
that was very dangerous.
Yeah, almost letting that round slip away, which would have pretty much been the end of it. And SK with such a big lead, 6 rounds at 14-8. They have money where they could have forced up a purchase, and maybe in a different scenario they would have. But here, they have the space to just wait, get some CZs, get the scout out on Stewie, see if he can create any magic, just a low econ chance of winning this, and that's a great start. That is a beautiful start from Stewie.
Yeah, abracadabra, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Taco's up next on the extremity. He's all alone. He's getting double peeked, and he's managing the ammunition wisely. It's a small magazine. There's a Liege with a headshot, and now they've pretty much helped everyone out. Nitro turns and takes out Fur as he pushes Taco, ups his buddy out. And all of a sudden, the abracadabra is all gone.
The magic, it went away.
Yeah, as it so frequently does.
It's one of the real tragedies of life. Sure. Just makes you sad. Cold, well, still hidden. If they planted his field of view, maybe he could come up with a quick kill on somebody, but Twist is gonna show up and find him, and not gonna be living that much longer, it seems. And Fallen hoping to save an AK into the next round. So signs of life. I mean, that's after Liquid losing 6 rounds in a row. They have, although interestingly, out of those 6 rounds, they've actually got the bomb down in 4 of them, Liquid. So that's a sign of that something has been working.
Phenomenal retakes, and I mean, we've mentioned it, the utility usage, the Molotovs, the nades that come in for SK when they go to retake some of these bomb sites have been magnificent. Yeah, it's going to be 9-14 after this, and we've seen Team Liquid start making some comebacks as they've kind of improved in the world standings. This one's going to be very, very tough, but certainly can do it. It's going to be another purchase here, and this is going to wipe out whatever's left for SK that they have built up. So a chance to reset that economy and get maybe 1 or 2 easy rounds to kind of close the gap. That would be great for Liquid.
Yeah, it really would be. I feel like even if they can't find the sort of the full comeback into the victory here or even into overtime, it's always nice in the best of 3 if you don't lose too fast, if you can sort of start to build, you know, just a little bit of confidence in yourself, because I feel like they must have been getting frustrated losing 6 rounds in a row here in the second half. SK Gaming obviously loving life right now. They've got a double presence in Checkered. Seems like a mind game, the sort of thing where if you run into Fallen, then you try and hunt him down, but then you don't also expect Cold Zero to be in the back.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if Liquid actually ends up running into that at any one point. They're being quiet across the map, and by the way, you can kind of point to this and say, without a whole lot of pressure being put on any of these, actually anywhere pretty basically across the map, this is what's allowing a lot of Molotovs and a lot of flashbangs and nades to be kept for SK for those retakes later on. That and just simply the massive amount of money that they've had throughout this half off that big winning streak. So Liquid's finally got them a point where they're going to be depleted in some of those regards. Cold Zero now boosted up right at the edge of the vents. And they're going to do a mid-take, so he could choose, or at least Liege looks like he wants to probe and prod in this area of the map. Just under a minute, 50 seconds remaining. Fur boosted up at A as well. SK defense looking pretty solid. No necessarily weak points across the map.
No, this is going to come down to at least one big entry for Liquid. They need that first kill, because if Fur is going to be the one to open it up on top of that boost, then they're just going to be so distracted. Liege kind of looking for it. That grenade actually blocked his vision, but he's still going to pick up the kill. That's a nice entry, Liege. That's what they needed. Fur already gone down. Stu trying to return. He's going to be taking down Liege, but still a 4-on-3 here as they try and make their way onto the site. Bolts is hiding inside of the smoke, and there's only 15 seconds. He is going to be going down, and Fallen is next. Twist doing a massive amount of work in this round. Triple overall for him, and a 14-10 for Liquid.
Good awareness by Team Liquid to wait for that smoke to clear. They knew that Bolts was in there, and they knew they had to take care of him before not only they got the bomb planted, but everyone else from SK arrived. Stewie does his best to take some attention away, but that's a pretty deadly hit. Elige was in a lot of danger as well as he came up highway. It's good on him to eliminate that boost spot.
It's the fact that there was a friendly grenade that landed right in front of him. So I thought, oh no, like if the debris from that grenade blocks first position, that would have been awful.
It is the first thing you check coming up highway. And by the way, that's his only job in that round. Once he gets to highway, it's just like your one job is to get that single kill on boost. That's all we need you for. Worked out perfectly. SK lining up as if they want to ambush middle. They have some upgraded pistols, but no flashbangs to kind of help them out. And Twist is going to be first one to walk in. There's a good kill over him, and he knows what's coming. He's dinked, but he handles it well. Naf doesn't. He gets caught in an awkward spray. This is all of a sudden looking really, really dangerous for Liquid. It's a 3-on-3. They have the weapons, and there's the op shot. One kill for Nitro, one tag onto Stewie. He knows he's got him doubled. And that should pretty much force back SK.
Yeah, Twist going to be combining here, even if Nitro had not got that kill immediately. Would have been great. Double Molotov, Moses.
Yeah, burn, baby.
Double the amount of
double
fire.
The pleasure, double the fun.
Yeah, exactly. Just I don't think you could actually use a Molotov to barbecue anything. I think it'd taste awful, wouldn't it?
Probably. I imagine it would. Don't have a lot of experience with Molotovs.
That's a shame, isn't it? I think we should make up for that.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds like a terrible idea.
What if we go somewhere like an abandoned factory? We get some professionals, just one of them. Or just the professional.
I mean, it gets a little bit better now that you've said professionals. Now you've involved them.
We'll bring Yanko with a fire extinguisher. That's enough. It'll be great.
Well, Fur, I think, wants to find a kill right at the end. Elige is still aware. Gets dinked. He does go down with a bomb, but I don't think Team Liquid's too worried about their economy at the moment. It is very, very strong. They've built up that buffer. For if SK wins, they'll still be able to buy, but they're clawing back into this, and they still look calm. 4 in a row now for Team Liquid as they close the gap.
Yeah, the most that SK won in a row on their T side was 3 in a row, and Liquid are 4 in a row now. So they're certainly improving things steadily. 14-11, 26th round here. And SK, wobbling at the edge of winning this. Just need a little bit, couple of good opening frags, and that's it. But they haven't been able to find it.
Oh, Naf came out mid-quick. I think Stewie got that information. Here's a main take from SK. They've got Fur pushing up. Fallen's there as well. It's coldzera with the op this round. That's over towards the B bomb site. Twist is over towards B as well for Team Liquid very early on. Still obviously the option to back away if need be. But with mid-control towards Team Liquid, you feel like this could very much be a lot of pressure on coldzera. 2 players right underneath the vents. Look at all the information Fur is gathering as well.
He might be in a similar kind of position that Taco was in. He's not even actually scoped up to look into Checkered, so if they peek him here, that's it. That's a free kill for Naf. coldzera making a big assumption. It doesn't always work out that way. Stewie going to be going down as well. And they should just save now.
I don't know if they entirely... Well, yes, they should choose to save, but Taco and Nitro are across the map still. Now, Fallen is searching for Taco, aware of the possibility, but even with some dinks coming out for the SK guys, Liquid in this round has hit some pretty stunning headshots, taking weapons away across the board. Elige now his turn to move up on the hunt, and actually there's really only 2 players watching the bomb. It's Twist with 7 HP and it's Naf, so they'll switch spots, but trusting Naf with the bomb at the end of this round. Fur to find an A main, and at this point, every time you wipe out this defensive, the weaponry is just so great. Fur hasn't moved this whole time. Elige going to be coming from a different angle, but he still has plenty of time that he has to try and survive. Look in the wrong direction, hearing the footsteps. Nitro not going to be able to clear it out. The peek from Elige is going to do it, though. No one's chasing down Bolt, so 4 weapons taken by Team Liquid. They continue their march, 12-14. Now they're within striking distance.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. I mean, this is a good test for the team as well as a whole, just to be far behind and to sort of make their way back. You know, early on in the tournament, you get that kind of win under your belt. If they can bring it all the way back, it does send a little bit of a message. So what's the plan here for SK Gaming, though? Like, normally, in the olden days, we'd expect them to find a way out of this. Like, they've taken so many tactical timeouts as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, we haven't even mentioned that. They took 3 in the first, like, I think 7 rounds in the first half. So I think they've already taken their 4th as well. They have to do everything on the fly now. And I mean, it made a lot of sense for SK to take them early when they were getting a little bit beat up and trying to recover in this map. But you can see the effects. They have good utility this round. coldzera and Stewie. coldzera has a smoke, so does Stewie, and 1 HE grenade. They're going to need both of those, or all three pieces of utility, as 5 members of Team Liquid march towards this bomb site. The problem is, if this is just one of those kind of pop flash explosions, I don't think Stewie and coldzera have the tools necessary to really stop this.
Or if a Molotov lands on the site, actually it fails, which is a little bit of a problem. Because that Molotov is supposed to land more or less exactly where coldzera is, so that buys a little bit of time. Stewie, pick up one, there's bolts with another one. Oh no, Team Liquid. They've got everything they need, but they failed one single grenade. Oh my god, what a flick coming out! coldzera taking down Elige. That was unbelievably fast, and now Taco's alone, 1 versus 4. They're right on him. They're coming in from every angle. He's going to take one, trying for the second, but it's just not enough. Fur will drop him. That must have been a nuts shot coming out from coldzera. But I'm pretty sure that Molotov is going to normally land right on him.
That's backbreaking for Team Liquid. How many times do we see it, Anders? The comeback. You have such a good streak going, and you lose to CZs, to upgraded pistols.
Yeah.
That's so brutal. And now look what it's done. SK Gaming. The 1M4 as Bolts comes in as well. The player from Team Liquid, the second person trying to take that bomb site, decides to go towards CT spawn. I think he kind of assumed his teammates would be able to handle what's in the bomb site. He gets flash. I'm not sure if it was a team flash or maybe an SK flash, but that made him a free meal for Bolts. And all of a sudden, SK have money, they've got guns, and they've got map point.
Twist has been putting in the work, hasn't he? 29 kills, and they're behind 3 rounds.
They're behind a player now, yeah.
Yeah. That was that aggressive squeak push that we've been talking a little bit about, which is always fun. It's double AWP as well. Cold playing the other one over in checkered. Which Stewie, sort of, if anyone tries to if he misses a shot called, then Stewie can also put in a couple of flashbangs to help out. So, like, to me, there's a formula here for helping each other out in that B defense.
Yeah, and depending on the communication, he's even got a Molotov that he can do as well. Twist has got to check the vents, but he's been dinked up. His attention's taken away. Nice kill by Elige. That is the vent player swinging out to eliminate Twist. Nice teamwork. Now they have mid. You can see that second player that was there just backs away. Bolts went right up highway towards the A bomb site, and Fallen's in the open. Being aggressive, and we know he can find results here, and Team Liquid's not prepared for it. Elige, head taken off. Fallen still trapped, but they need something quick.
Put in a Molotov. Does he really want to go back to main? That seems like craziness. Great teamwork as Bolts is going to save his captain, taking down Nafly. Now, 2 players left for Liquid to try and hold on to the map. They would need a miracle to get back into this round. And that's not going to happen. Grenade and then Bolts to follow it up. 16-12 in favor of SK Gaming as they take down Liquid on map number 1 in this series. What a great match that was.
Yeah, what a statement from SK Gaming as well. Just the fact that they've come into this looking questionable at best. They've lost some weird maps earlier in this event, in the Swiss system. But also the just events overall before this. So you're struggling. You got group stages at times, struggling to even look like they are coordinated. And this was a very well done map. I mean, you can talk all you want about the individuals and some of the plays that we saw to those guys, but to me, and I think this will be something that's highlighted for me, probably for you, those Molotovs and the retakes. Like, the retakes is one of the areas where I think this SK lineup has looked the most efficient. That's like been the biggest difference for me in the successful SK lineups, and this one really struggling at the start. And then this map alone, they looked phenomenal in retakes.
Yeah, we'll have to see on the second map if Liquid can do more to force the grenades away from them early so that they don't have that luxury at the end. Because there were like 2 or 3 rounds at least where that were decided by that alone.
Yeah, just the Molotovs, yeah. It was painful.
That's obviously big news. So, yeah, what a win for SK. I mean, I think most people, except for Yanko, is going to be smiling on the desk. But, most of them were expecting Liquid were going to be doing better, which they sort of coming into this match seemed like they were going to be able to do. So it's not over yet, obviously. There is a second map, which is going to be exciting.
I know there's a lot of the conversation will be on the maps remaining as well now, because they questioned that as well heading into this pick, which was Team Liquid's. But either way, we're going to hear from those guys. We're going to hear exactly what they're going to say. Take it away, Duffield.